Hello my friends, welcome Coffee and Reactions video channel. I am Mustafa from Turkey and today we are gonna watch a recipe video from Thailand. Today we are gonna learn to make green papaya salad recipe and its pronunciation in Thai is Som Tum, I think. This is Palin's Kitchen YouTube channel and she's my teacher. I learned Thai from her YouTube channel and today she's gonna make a food, a green papaya salad. I don't know, by the way, papaya. I've never eaten papaya before, so I don't know what it tastes like. But I remember this papaya salad video when I reacted Thai's national anthem. When they make Thai national anthem, every people just stand with respect. In the last of the video, a guy was eating papaya salad. I remember that papaya salad in that video, but okay. Today we are gonna learn how it's made. Let's start. And we have subtitles. That's great. So this is how it's look. Is this green things are papaya? I don't know what is papaya. I heard it, but I've never tasted.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Hello
Welcome
teacher.
to Hot
Sawadee krab. Hello teacher. Okay.
Thai Kitchen. Today I am doing a remake of an old classic green papaya salad.
Okay, she's talking English. We can make the subtitles Thai, so you can understand it better. Let's translate it to the Thai language. Okay.
Salad. Now this dish is so iconic of Thai cuisine
Okay.
that I think it's served at every single Thai restaurant outside of Thailand, at least that I've ever been to.
Okay.
Now, as a refresher, green papaya salad in Thai is called Som Tum. Now, Som is a term that either means orange or sour,
Okay.
so sour in this case.
Som.
And Tam means to pound in a mortar and pestle, and that is what we're gonna do today.
Okay.
So let's get started.
Okay.
So what a lot of people don't know is that the word tam in Thailand refers to a whole host of salads that are made in the mortar and pestle.
Okay.
And there's hundreds and hundreds of varieties, and they don't have to contain any green papaya at all. And the one we're gonna make today is called Som Tam Thai,
Som
which
Tam
means
Thai.
Thai-style papaya salad, which if you have a papaya salad offered at your local Thai restaurant, I can almost guarantee it is this kind, okay? So
Okay.
let's first deal with the papaya. The
Papaya.
green papaya is just an underripe version of a regular papaya. It's not any sort
I don't even know the regular papaya. Okay. So this is green papaya.
of, different variety.
Okay.
And I'm going to peel it.
Okay.
So we're going to julienne this papaya. You can do that in one of two ways. You can get an Asian-style julienne peeler, which is widely available these
Okay.
days, and just peel off strings. Or you can just use a knife. So you hold it sort of firmly in your hand, and you're going to chop, 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 okay, and make lots of incisions.
Really?
Watch your fingers, please.
Okay.
And so once you've made lots of little incisions, you're just gonna slice off a
okay.
layer,
Okay.
and then what you get is beautiful little green papaya
Okay.
shreds. Make sure you make deep enough incisions and don't slice off too thick, because otherwise they just come out into one big sheet, right?
Okay.
Now,
This is interesting. This technique is interesting. So I'm curious about what's inside of the papaya. Is it like mango, like big center, big and hard shell in the center? I don't know.
I'll show you a little trick that will help these become even more crispy and crunchy.
Okay.
So you're gonna soak this in some ice water.
Ice water.
And I don't know if back in high school you ever did that science experiment where you stick a potato in water and suddenly they're like super crunchy. That's what's happening here as well.
Okay.
So, and a lot of people do this in Thailand, so it's not like I came up with this. So just let it soak for 10-15 minutes. Doesn't have to be long. And I just do this as the first thing. Then I get all my other stuff ready. And then by the time I'm ready to go, it'll be, refreshed.
Just a minute. How does it papaya taste, by the way? I don't know. Is it sour? Maybe sour or sweetie. I don't know. Maybe sour. Okay.
Let's go over the ingredients real quick before we start pounding.
Pounding.
So I've got some garlic.
Ooh, lots of ingredients. There are lots of ingredients. We have nuts here. I always forget their names. Okay, this is nut. This is classic nuts. And okay, I don't know what is this. Tomatoes, chilies, garlic and onion, and some sauces, limes. Okay.
Chicken chilies as much as you like. People go crazy with papaya salad.
Okay.
Next, we've got some palm sugar. Now, palm sugar, in my last video, I cooked it down into a syrup so that I wouldn't have any trouble with it dissolving in the mortar and pestle. This time around, I figured out a way of doing it without having to make a syrup. You just have to make sure you cut it really
Palm sugar. I'm hearing this first time also. Palm sugar. Okay. We don't have that
fine first.
in Turkey.
So what I do, I shave it thinly with a sharp knife, and then I run my knife over it again until I don't have any more big
Okay.
chunks. Here I've got some dried shrimp, really like shrimp
Oh, shrimp. Okay, this is not for me. I don't like seafoods.
jerky, really nice, chewy, meaty, umami flavor. I've got big ones, so I give them a rough chop, but if you got small ones, you can leave them whole. Some roasted peanuts. I roast
Peanuts, yes. I always forgot peanuts. Okay.
mine fresh because I find the flavor is better, so I buy the peanuts raw, and then I just put it in the oven. Some
Okay.
grape tomatoes that I cut in half, some long beans. Now, these long beans are really, really long. You can also use French green beans, which are a little smaller, nuttier, but I would give those a quick blanch. These you can just eat raw. Seasoning now, I've got fish sauce. Now, if you are you're still learning to love fish sauce, Three
Okay.
Craft brand is a good brand to start with because it is milder and smoother than most other brands. Okay, it's a little more expensive, but I like to actually use it for salads because it's not overpowering. I've got some lime, which I'm gonna
Lime.
leave whole for now, and then some tamarind juice.
Tamarind juice. What is tamarind? Okay, this is new for me also. I don't know what is tamarind. Tamarind. Maybe I should translate it. But okay, let's continue.
Now, I call it tamarind juice because that's kind of what it is, but the jar will often label it tamarind concentrate, but it's not a concentrate, it's a diluted tamarind pulp, so really the word concentrate doesn't make any sense. This one's called tamarind paste concentrate, which really makes no sense, but there you go. This is optional. You don't have to add tamarind if you've got lime, but I find that when you combine the two different acidities, the sort of sweeter acidity of the tamarind really helps round out the flavor really well. But you can't find it, you can leave it out, not
Oh, I translated the tamarind by the way. Okay. Okay. I understand it. But yeah, I'm not very familiar with what it tastes. Okay.
a problem. All right, I'm gonna drain the papaya. It's now really perky and crisp. I can just feel that difference. Now I'm gonna drain this. You wanna make sure you drain it really well because the
Okay.
last thing you want is all that liquid to dilute the flavor of the dressing. And then I pour it into sort of a paper towel lined bowl
Okay.
so that it absorbs any extra
Okay,
water that's
okay.
hanging out usually at the bottom of the sieve. So this mortar and pestle is bigger and lighter. It's made specifically for papaya salad. Now, if you don't have one like this, don't worry, in the written portion of the recipe, I'll include instructions on how you could still make the salad without any mortar and pestle at all, okay? So I'm gonna go in first with garlic and chilies. You wanna
Okay.
make sure the chilies and the garlic are pounded quite finely, so you wanna add them first. And try not to look at it because the chilies like to jump out and
Really? Wow, inside your eyes. Really? Is it possible? It must be very painful.
they could quite easily get into your eye if you're not careful,
Ooh.
which I've learned the hard way. Wow,
Oh.
that smells spicy. So next, I'm going to add my palm sugar. We need to make sure that it's all dissolved. So I'm using my mortar and pestle to really mash
Okay.
all that palm sugar, and the moisture from the garlic and the chilies will help that dissolve, and it'll turn it into sort of a muddy, pasty consistency, which will then easily dissolve into the dressing after. So
Okay.
next, we're going in with the long beans, and you don't even have to chop these. You can just break them
Okay.
directly into
Okay.
the mortar. There we go. Now you want to pound
I don't know this long bean also. There are many different ingredients in Thailand. Okay. This is really long bean.
the long beans and actually get them to break a little bit because you want the beans to be able to absorb the dressing because right now they're really firm and tight, and if they're intact, the dressing is just going to sit around the outside and doesn't really get inside, right?
Okay.
So you want to crush them until they're broken, not until they're mush, just until they're broken. Okay, so just like that. The dried shrimp, and then I'm going to go in with just half my peanuts because You're gonna save the rest for later.
Okay.
So pound that down. I just want the peanuts to be kind of broken up. And I like that because they distribute better amongst the salad. It helps sort of thicken the dressing a little bit. This is sort of what it looks
Okay, if I made it, I wouldn't put those shrimps and that fish sauce because I don't like seafood taste. No fish, no shrimps. So I could make it with olive oil and without shrimps, I think. Okay.
looks like. It's sort of a yummy little mess. So now the rest of my dressing. I've got the fish sauce going in, some tamarind going in.
Okay.
Oh, and that's another thing. Different brands of tamarind, even the same brand but different batches, really vary in acidity. So it's one of those things you just kind of have to taste and adjust afterwards, okay? Okay, so now my lime juice. Now I've got a little trick for you for the limes, why I kept it whole. And the way Thai people cut limes, we don't cut it in half like this. We cut it first sort of a little bit off center.
Okay.
And this way, this is really easy to squeeze, okay? Because you don't have the core and you've got like good grip on it. And then the second piece, you're trying to avoid the core, so you come off like that. And then the last piece, you cut the core off. And these three pieces will be easy to squeeze. Squeeze the lime right into the mortar as much as you can. And then I'm throwing in the skin right in there because there's a lot of aromatic, essential.
Really? Isn't that bitter? That bitter taste? Wow, this is very surprising.
Oils in the skin of the lime that when you add to it, it really adds a nice lime, fresh flavors. See, once you learn how to cut your lime this way, you'll never cut it any other way again. Okay, now this one, it's really big. I'm just gonna cut the skin in half so it doesn't look like this massive piece of skin in the salad. So now I'm gonna add another weapon and give this a stir. And by the way, you don't eat the skin, okay? The skin is there just to add
Of course, it must be very bitter. But even putting those skins, it's very surprising for me.
extra lime flavor to the dressing. You just eat around it.
Okay.
Just to be clear. Oh, this is where it starts to really smell like papaya salad. All right, last thing is going in, the papaya and tomatoes. And now you kind of want to pound, but lightly. So I'm doing sort of the pound and flip method. So what I do is I flip so the dressing gets on top. And then I just pound it a couple of times lightly just to get the tomatoes a little bit bruised, and the juice of the tomatoes will come out and mix a little bit, become a part of the dressing. But at this point, you don't want to be like pounding the heck out of it. All right, that's it. Let's plate it up. Ooh, oh, that looks good. Oh, yes. Then you eat this with sticky rice, and you just use the sticky rice to sop up all that sauce. See, and then you see the lime, and then you know they use fresh lime. Because in Thailand, a lot of sort of cheap papaya salad vendors will use bottled lime juice, which is made, it's like fake lime juice basically. And so when you don't see it, then you kind of question whether they use real lime juice or not. I'm salivating.
Wow. It is sounding like crunchy, right? Those papayas. Maybe they are really crunchy. Or maybe because of that nuts. Maybe nuts are being crunchy.
Wow. That is how a papaya salad should make you feel. My mouth is a little bit on fire because it's spicy, but really refreshing.
Yeah, I remember that. When the guy was eating that papaya salad in that previous video, it was very spicy. He was doing something like that. It must be very spicy, yes. I'm not sure if it's for me. I'm not sure if I can eat this.
Should make you feel alive, like the perky papaya shreds. Crunchiness. Okay, crunchiness is important, so make sure you soak those papaya shreds in the ice water. Nutty peanuts. Also, the long beans are nutty as well. Different kind of nutty. So it's just so much fun. I mean, this is fun food. So I hope you give this a try. It's such a classic, and it's really, really quite easy. Oh, and by the way, if you have a beer.
Woo! Okay. Beer and salad. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. I can eat medium spicy foods, but I'm not sure if it's too spicy. Okay, I have to taste it in Thailand when I visit.
this goes really well together. So
Okay.
the recipe, as always, will be on hotthaikitchen.com. When you make it, send me a photo on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And please subscribe to the show if you haven't done so. And I will see you next time for your next delicious
Okay, of
Thai
course,
food.
teacher.
Cheers.
Of course, teacher. Let's subscribe her channel. Okay. So let's like to also. Okay, this is the green papaya salad recipe, my friends. Som Tum, and we watch it from Pelin's kitchen. She's always so nice, right? She's always like a teacher. Okay, savatti crab. I still remember that savatti kopkun crab. And there are another words. I can't remember those another words. I remember that. What was the hungry? Hawaii, hoi, or something like that. Okay. So this is the end of the video, my friends. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself. Let's meet you in the next videos. Bye bye. Hui. It was Hui, right? Okay. I am Hui. Hui mok mok.